Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Secret Diary of My Ex. If you're new here, my name is Ohima. I bring interesting stories. So if you like interesting stories, let's be friends. Make sure you subscribe and you hit on the notification bell so that as soon as I drop a new video, you'll be the first person to be informed. Don't forget to like and share these videos to your friends. Today's story is actually an emotional one, and the person didn't send it to me. I saw it online and decided to share it to you guys. And I'm going to give you, I saw this story from Prime Guard Media. And I want you guys to share your opinions in the comment section because it's actually something very sad and emotional. But I won't waste your time. Let's get right into the story. During my university days, I got this girl pregnant. I asked her to abort the pregnancy after she broke the news to me. At the time, I was just 25 years old, still very young and ambitious. I knew her pregnancy would destroy my plans of having a bright future. I was also worried my father might stop sponsoring me and divert the attention to take care of the responsibilities of the unborn child. Besides, I never saw myself having anything to do with this girl concerning any marriage plans in future because she was not exactly the type I want for a wife, but you still had sex with her. I remember going that day to her house to have a mutual agreement with her and even offered her 25k to abort it, but she threw the money in my face and kicked me out of her room. Well, I went back home that day in so much anger and never bothered to call her. I immediately blocked her line and on all other platforms. I guess she never bothered to look for me too. About 4 months later, I finally graduated and applied for a scholarship. Luckily, I got it, a scholarship to study and work in Canada. It was a breakthrough. The day before my flight, I tried searching for her. I went back to her hostel to find out if she had done as I asked, but I was told she had not been in her hostel for about a month. Well, I traveled the next day anyway. I went to Canada and focused on my studies, throwing everything in my past behind. 4 years later, I got my rewards for staying focused. I had impressive results and immediately started working in a company that sponsored my sponsorship as an engineer. Sit here in Canada, I came across an old friend on Facebook. We had a few chats and he updated me about what had been happening back home. He also told me about my ex and revealed that she has a son of about 5 to 6 years. Without a blink, I immediately knew that was my son. To confirm it all, I tried searching for her on social media, but I couldn't find her. I told my friend and he sent me a link which took me directly to her Facebook profile. She had changed her Facebook name, but most importantly, I confirmed my suspicion. I found a photo on her profile with my son looking exactly like me. The nose, the mouth, and the forehead. In fact, it's like she gave birth to a younger version of myself. I didn't waste any time. I immediately contacted one of her friends asking about her son, but she rudely ignored me. Then I sent my ex a friend request on Facebook that up to date she still hasn't accepted. The next day, I realized she had deleted the picture of my son on her profile, but I already downloaded it anyway. But again, this confirmed my suspicion to 100%. The boy was my son, and she was trying to hide it from me. Since she wouldn't talk to me, I sent some money to my friend in order to motivate him to go and meet up with her and have a peaceful talk, telling her I've demanded to be in my son's life. My friend came back that evening lamenting that she had given him the embarrassment of his life and kicked him out of the house where she now lives with an uncle. Then I broke the news to my parents and begged them to go and see the uncle and talk things out and even offer him money if necessary because I desperately want to be in my son's life too. Still, my ex and her family kicked my parents out. This was the height of it because I expected her to understand, especially her uncle. I expected him to be reasonable as a man. But instead, I got disappointed. That evening, when I got the news, I made a promise to myself to take my child from her since it seems she didn't want peace. How could she deny me of my right to my son? It takes two people to make a baby. That boy is my sperm. She didn't get herself pregnant. Luckily, my leave was in 2 months. I exercised her patience. In 2 months, I myself prepared physically, emotionally, and financially to go and fight for my son and my rights. I took the first flight. I had already prepared my parents for the battle ahead, so they went to the police and made a statement about the case. My parents went to the police station and made a statement reporting a case of child custody denial. Then I finally arrived in the country, ready for the battle. I came with more than enough money and ready to spend any amount to have my boy back. It was very easy to press buttons. The court case was intense, with my ex claiming I had abandoned her. Yes, you did. And the child. But I presented evidence of my attempt to contact her and my changed circumstances. Well, as expected, the court ruled in my favor, granting me custody of our son. Now my ex must request permission from me to see my son, and I'm currently working on his papers so he can join me in Canada. Now, who laughs last? So this is my advice to the young girls, especially single mothers. Listen, don't be like my unreasonable ex, stubbornly denying fathers their rights out of anger or pride. Trust me, it won't end well for you, sister. When the father of your child comes knocking years later, kindly swallow your pride and consider consideration. The child is his. It's his sperm, and unfortunately, you can never change that whether you like it or not. My story could serve as a cautionary tale for single mothers. Fatherhood rights are real, and courts often favor those who have transformed their lives for the better. The story gets me so angry. God. Oh, you. If the girl had aborted the child, would you do? If the girl had aborted the child, would you have the effrontery to talk about fatherhood? Like, when I first read this story, I was boiling so much. Like, I've read it so many times, and now my anger, there's still some in there. But, what the hell? And go to hell with your advice. Nobody needs your advice. What you did was wrong. And karma, they say, is, but it's just so sad. You, sir, are not a good person. What you did to your ex, abandoning her to take care of the child alone for 5 to 6 years. Do you know what she did to survive? You have no idea. Do you know the pains she went through? Even if she didn't go through any pains, the child grew up without a father. And you now have the effrontery, the guts, just because you have money. It's just a shame that our system is corrupted so you can push things with money. This is not right. This is not good. You cannot deny the child of his mother, someone that has brought him up. How do you think the child is feeling, you taking him away from his mother? Anyway, enough of me talking. I want to know your opinions in the comment section. And as I said, this story is a story from Prime Guard Media on Facebook. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe, share, and like this video. So until I see you in the next story, bye.